Now this is our introduction gallery, otherwise known as the Power Brokers Gallery. And in this room, you'll be able to connect all the dots throughout our tour, starting with the other side of the street where the bathhouses are. Now that's federal land, and this side of the street is state land. Now back in the day, that caused a lot of controversy, because on this side of the street alone, we had over 200 different gambling establishments. Vegas is actually based off our area on Central Avenue. In the late 1800s, that street wasn't there. It used to be an open-air creek, later bridged over and paved over in the early 1900s, giving us Central Avenue. The final thing is the Arlington Hotel, actually on its third reincarnation, and used to be across the street where Arlington Park is today. It was burned down once in the 1880s, a second time in the 1920s, but while burning in the 1920s, it was already under reconstruction on our legal side of the street where it is stayed till today, currently undergoing a $52 million restoration. Yeah, we like to say the same thing Bob Ross used to say though. We had a happy little accident and joined our legal scheme of things on this side of the street. And the gangsters came to our town for one reason. Unlike any place in the country, instead of the cops arresting them, they would protect them from the federal government. But whenever you introduce a new way to gain money into the economy, you need money in the economy. We were a prosperous town due to our bathhouses and other attractions, but needed more. Millions more. And that's when a gangster came to our town, flooded millions of dollars into our economy, and started our big gangster era. You'll find out all about him in the second gallery. Now, before then, feel free to take pictures, ask questions, and views. Please, all we ask though is you don't take videos of our videos. Anything else though is fair game. Whenever ready, feel free to proceed down that hallway into the next gallery. He was one of the most notorious names. Now his gangster age started at the young age of 15. He owned a group called the Gopher Gang. You're probably thinking, what's the worst they could do? They were only 15. Yeah, well they called the Eyes of New York Mob. By 25, Oni Madden was running the entire underground of New York City almost single-handedly. Now, his real name was Owen Vincent, but he went by Oni because he owned a little bit of everything. He had money in the stocks, the water, electric, the ports, Broadway even. But gained most of his money from running the Cotton Club down in Harlem. With all this, he became a multi-millionaire. But he wasn't just a businessman, he was a gangster. He killed about 6 or 7 people and was put in jail for about a decade. Whenever released though, they said he was reformed. He was a new man. But he was also the only person ever banned from a state, that being the state of New York, and needed a new place to live, which chose Hot Springs, Arkansas, a place he would stay, never leave. Gangsters never go with you. We'll bring that back up later. He was right. In our town, Oni Madden was a good guy. Not only did he put money into our economy and put up 2 banks, he told restaurant owners that if people couldn't pay off their tabs or looked hungry, to feed them, put it on his tab, and he'd pay it off at the end of the week. It helped out a lot of people, but with so much money going out, he needed more coming in. So he used this. Anyone know what this is?
That's a telephone type thingy.
It is. Back in the days at Oaklawn Racetrack and Casino, it was just Oaklawn Racetrack, and there was about a 30-minute delay in between when the races would happen and results in those races would get posted. So in between those 30-minute delays, he would get the results early, place his bets, and let's just say he wasn't much of a loser. Yeah, he made plenty of money to pay off the debts he accumulated because of our town. Everything in that cabinet over there, other than the book, The English Godfather, is actually from Oni Madden's house. Now some of y'all are probably eyeing the bottle of King's Ransom whiskey. That one bottle alone is appraised for $3,500. The only reason I don't care? Well, I can't drink, so it doesn't really affect me. Walking in this gallery though, I knew that almost none of y'all would know the name of Oni Madden. Going down this hallway though, passing our madams leading into the next gallery, I know the name of that gangster is going to sound a lot more familiar. Whenever we're ready, proceed down that hallway into the next gallery. his room, we'll talk about his car first. Back in the day, he used to drive a Cadillac that he got armored. It was later seized by the government, driven by 2 presidents. FDR, whose father was connected with Mr. Capone, and Hoover, who said in a press conference that Al Capone's armored Cadillac was the nicest automobile Floyd ever rode in. Very nice and very high quality, but later sold in a private auction to a private buyer for a private price. Any of y'all fans of the Dallas Cowboys? I'm sorry. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, is supposedly the owner of Al Capone's armored Cadillac to this day. There's that kind right there, filled with medicinal alcohols. Back in the days of Prohibition, alcohol was illegal unless prescribed as medicine, as you can see in the doctor's notes on the other side of it. On the back wall, you'll see a picture of Al Capone's privileged cell he used for sick and penitentiary. If you look at the years on it, they're not misprinted. He was only in there for 1 year. Everyone complained that he was living too luxuriously in jail. As you can see, well, he wasn't living too shabby. Not only did he have everything shown in that photo, but he had a working telephone that he could call and keep his business going while in prison. Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, he paid off the warden very handsomely. So handsomely, in fact, the warden ate dinner with Mr. Capone. Wherever he went, steak, lobster, the whole 9 yards. Because of that, no one would consider him a prisoner. They called him a friend of the warden's, and he was released after just 1 year. Next thing are those photos of the Capone family. Now the reason James Vincenzo Capone was separated from the rest is because he dropped the Capone name, went by James Vincent, and became a cop. He doesn't really fit in with the rest of his family now, does it?
No.
Neither person is Frank Capone in the top center of the other photo. Sadly, he had to close his eyes for his picture, well that's because he's dead. He's being held up for a recollection of what he looked like, and if you look over his left shoulder on the right side of the photo, y'all can see the gentleman who killed him standing right behind him. Yeah, I think that's weird. Y'all aren't ready for the later galleries quite yet. But we'll have a little time to prepare before then.
Good.
The final thing I'm going to tell you about is this. This is...
Moonshine still.
It is. Came here was a big fan of our moonshine. He said the natural spring waters and the minerals in them evolved it to something better than everywhere else. Because that he wanted to distribute it. But it's Prohibition, he can't do that, that's illegal. He's a gangster though, he doesn't care about the law. He's going to buy a bunch of these Mountain Valley spring water bottles, fill them with moonshine, and distribute them all across the country, from here to Mountain, Arkansas, to wherever else he needed.
You moving by train or? Hey.
Obviously, he didn't want babies drinking moonshine or sippy cups on accident, so he needed to find a way they wouldn't get mixed up. If you look at the label on it, it's flipped upside down. This little trick tricked everyone into believing there's no difference between this bottle and that, except for a few misprints in the review batches, and no one really thought anything of it, until Mountain Valley found out what he was doing. But by that point, they didn't care. You see, they grew the number 2 water distributing company in the country. With that kind of growth and the fact they weren't paying a dime for it, you bet they were okay with the Capones harboring moonshine on the railroad tracks. So y'all will learn that in this town, unless we benefit from the lawlessness, we don't care what they do. We just want their money. It's something you're probably expecting, actually. The difference is, unlike outlaws, gangsters have a few positive impacts on society. Now, I told you about owning Madden's, he flooded money into our economy, paid off people's debts, etc. Al Capone had 2 things. First one was during the Depression, he started the very first soup kitchen. This work straight by him to help people in need. Unlike the first one, the second one benefits y'all a lot more though. Now growing up, Capone was a mama's boy, because this one time his mama got sick from drinking expired milk, and let's just say it didn't make him too happy. It made him in the mood for a change. And so for the next 2.5 years, he fought the courts for the requirement of the expiration date. Weirdly enough, next time we'll go buy our dairy products, you'll better all give Al Capone a nice thanks for that.
Right?
With that though, we'll take a little break from the lawlessness nature of this town and go to our lawfulness. In this next gallery, I'll tell you all about how we started Major League Spring Training in our baseball gallery. Whenever you already proceed in the hallway to the next gallery. Our baseball team in this town, how it started Major League Spring Training. Originally for a team called the Chicago White Stockings, but they will later be known as Cubs.
Cubs.
Back then, they were the White Stockings. Now they came here because our natural spring water within our bathhouses have healing properties. Players could come here and practice and have little to no repercussions, and they loved it. Now, not only did they practice, but they gambled and had good nights with our madams, so my opinion was not to bother about that. With that, they were okay busting their butts a few hours a day, and these other teams noticed their growth, which got them to come down here, which started Major League Spring Training. With that, we hold a landmark in this town. We hold the second longest home run ever recorded in history. In approximately 565 feet from what used to be the left side of home plate on a baseball field, now it's still marked to this day as the left side of home plate. Into our Hot Springs Alligator Farm. There's about a 20-year time period when you can enter this town. To the left of you, you'd have Hall of Famers, and the right have World War I gangsters. Pretty cool, pretty terrifying if you ask me. And if you want to know more on the baseball history of this town, you can take one of these pamphlets on the back there, and it'll lead you on an audio baseball tour of the town, showing you about 33 different landmarks we have here for baseball. But enough of this awfulness. We're going to our Outlaw Gallery next. We hear about people like Pretty Boy Floyd, Machine Gun Kelly, not the music artist, if any of y'all are thinking that. And that one couple, what's their names? Donnie
and Clyde.
Hear about more about them down the hallway into the next gallery. We're already.
I love how they have the entryways and stuff. They're so stinking cute. Uh-oh, got somebody in jail. It's a base cast, Dillinger.
Pretty Boy Floyd, Machine Gun Kelly, but also Alvin Karpis, otherwise known as Alvin the Creepy Karpis. Now here's America's last public enemy #1, and he's going to be telling you of what he remembers the day Al Capone winning Alcatraz. And his wife, Grace Goldstein. She's a madam. For all who know what that means, good for you. For all who don't, well, I'm not explaining it for y'all. Of a place called the Hattery. It's a hat store, and I bet you can guess what else she was selling in there. With that, we got special permission specifically from her to name our hat store outside after hers, giving it the name it has today, the Hattery. Cool, or that's a cool thing, but there's a couple more things I want to tell you about before I start this video. Starting with this big glass case over here. This is filled with one of 3 in existence of John Doe Slane's death masks. Now, we own one, the Forensic Science Museum in Washington, D.C. owns one, and the coroner actually passed the third one down to his grandson, who's now ashamed of that to this day. Unlike the other two, though, ours is one aspect that's different, in my opinion, a lot weirder. If y'all thought them holding up that dead body for the Capone gallery was weird, get ready for this. Now, inside of that, our death mask, but only ours, 2 of his eyelashes are still engraved in the cement until this very day. In my opinion, that's disgusting, but some people do think it is cool, and if you do, just know you're being judged right now. That's weird. But you know, think what y'all want. With that, I'll turn over the video, but I want y'all to do something for me. In this video, you'll hear about Bonnie and Clyde. You'll hear about an injury that Bonnie gets. It'll lead to her and Clyde's inevitable death, and I'll let y'all know how that correlates to our town and everything with it whenever I come back. I just want you to tell me how she gets injured, so I can explain it all.
Yeah, from a car accident, yeah, because she had a limp after that.
She got into a car accident, she had acid burns down her leg from the batteries. She said she only felt better bathing in her natural spring bathwater, which is quite often. But the feds would also come to our town every now and then, and we couldn't do much about them. So while they were here, the gangsters would go underground, hide, or leave. Bonnie and Clyde left to another heist and got our sister's place in Texas. Then when they were back here, whenever they were gunned down about 80 miles from the border in Louisiana. See, if they would have had Al Capone's armored Cadillac, they might have made it back here in their store there. But it does. Ours though. Ours follows along to the New York Gallery, where 3 gangsters come all the way from New York City just to talk to some retired old man. I don't know about y'all, that seems kind of fishy, but you'll find out all about that right around the corner. But already go into there.
So what we learned when we were in Joplin is these pictures of Bonnie and Clyde, they didn't have any photos of them until they did raid that apartment in Joplin, and that's where they found the first roll of film with their pictures. So all these pictures of Bonnie and Clyde typically come from the Joplin apartment. So we are going to the last gallery. I cannot film anything in there. It is a secret. You're gonna have to come yourself if you want to see what is in the final gallery. The videos, you'll see clips of our tour guide who is just fabulous. But the videos give you so much information. This is definitely well worth your time if you're in Arkansas. Oh, yeah, if you're in Arkansas, but especially if you're in Hot Springs, Arkansas. caramel brownie. Their food looks delicious. And apparently they have 40 beers, and their beers are made with the mineral water here. That's why we wanted to come. And I want to make sure my sour is made with their a little sour. Mom, what did you get?
I got the root beer.
Got the root beer. That's good.
Space something. Spacey.
Wow, that is sour. It's good though. You like sour? You like sour?
I want to try a little sip of yours.
Alright, ladies, y'all ready to put in some food?
It's like very good beers. Like, you know, we were like just saying.
Let's try this soup. Nope, and I love pickles.
Yeah. Makes your mouth pucker just smelling it. You're like, ooh.
And it makes me look like fermented
Something.
which is hilarious because I hate the but I'm like, give me the sour. Yeah, yes, because that when you smell it, that's what it is. I smell what's ever been good.
It smells good. It smells fruity to me.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't smell sour.
That kind of smells. Was it a peach?
Yes. I can smell peach in this.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell sour. Or vinegary. Or...
Smells like peach.
So, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of the tour?
I really enjoyed it. It was really informative. The gentleman that was giving the tour was amazing.
So good.
Was very articulate. His voice, the way that he just talked about it was so in the moment, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it's very engaging. Yeah, it made me feel like he was talking. It wasn't just like I'm just repeating something. He made it very like this is him talking. Like he made it very his words, not just I'm reading something.
Yeah. Yes.
It was so well done.
And he was friendly and congenial. If you had a question about it, he would take you and, show it and describe it. Yeah. He wasn't trying to brush you up, like walk fast.
Oh yeah, I felt I wasn't rushed at all. I felt like I had all the time I needed. It wasn't too crowded. It was so well done.
And I think the fact that he dressed semi-period, it also enhances that.
Yeah.
And what Janet said earlier, that you sit down and we watch the presentation of yours, and or you talked about it and then we watch it, instead of just reading everything as you go. There are things you could read, but you got enough information just listening to them.
To kind of get an idea of what everything was. And you can go through, because sometimes those plaques are so little, or to really get an idea of what it is, you have to read so much, like you said. And I liked that I could film his little speech, so you kind of had an idea of what you were going to be learning about. Yeah. But the video was so in depth, and it was very interesting that, like, it's something that even if you watch just his bit, you would want to consider.
I think that the fact that they also have chairs when you're watching that, for lots of people, that is a plus, because you have somewhere, like we had a pregnant woman, it's just nice sometimes to sit down and watch something. Now there weren't enough chairs for everyone on the tour, except for the very last one. I think you learn a lot that you wouldn't have known otherwise. Like Oni,
Yeah, I've never heard
I
of
never
him.
heard of him as a gangster. You know, he's not one of the big ones that, you know, he may have had a stint in prison, but he escaped New York City and became leader, and we learned a lot about that. Yeah, it was just very informative. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was like something fun to learn about. So I enjoyed it. That is something I will totally do again. And very much worth the $16. They're doing
I thought there was one discrepancy though, because they showed us that he said that this was his cell, and he's quite angry. But then that man was talking about him, his leaving. He was like, he's just in this line of cells with everybody, you know.
So, and he was in Alcatraz. And so it was just an Alcatraz cell, but he had a writing desk, a lamp, a radio, and like a nice bed in his cell.
And a phone.
And a phone, yeah. And they say that when Alcatraz, because he did have syphilis and he was sick, that he would talk to a ghost in him. Like he would say, like, oh, leave me alone, this and that. And they would say a guy's name who died in the Valentine shooting. So they're always like, oh, hey, was he being haunted by one of the people? Or, you
And
know,
the syphilis was just hitting his brain.
so yeah, they said that like he would talk to nobody being there in his cell, like as
But maybe he was on the phone, yeah.
true.
It would sound like you were talking to nobody. Thank you.
Yeah, so they even if you go to Alcatraz, his cell is still set up the way it was when he was there. So
I know
like,
I went to Alcatraz, but I just don't remember that, but it was still a very interesting tour.
I was at Alcatraz, was California.
it is.
You got arrested in California?
Yes, for tax evasion.
The Rico.
Oh, so it's federal, so they flew him from across the country to, because he was a New York gangster, right? I'm pretty sure. He didn't run that much, but.
Yeah, I don't know where. Yeah,
Because I thought he said Sing Sing.
Everybody, but didn't Alcatraz also go to Vegas? And later, he also started Vegas, I think.
but didn't he send?
Bugsy Siegel started.
Nancy Siegel, okay.
He was part of something, but he wasn't he the West Coast? But the single, I think, was West Coast.
Yeah, he's the one that started
He
Vegas.
was in Palm Springs.
Was he really? So Al Capone actually died of syphilis as far as
I guess. I just knew he had syphilis. And he was,
yeah, they said the last time we saw him, he was like rolling in his mouth. They took him up to the hospital, and maybe that's the
well, they
last
said he
time.
had something with a P word. I don't know. Maybe that's what.
Syphilis,
like,
I think, starts with it. Oh, the P's not silent.
syphilis. Only when you sit down and get concert. So good. We got the steak fries, and I got a side of mac and cheese.
So, this is the Southern Club last pour. This is the base for all my flavors. I have 7 flavors. You guys can try every single one of them.
Nice.
So, the story behind this recipe was found here in the building in 1961. First time we made it, it was 25% alcohol. This is would have been the stuff they would drink during Prohibition.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is the stuff that Capone would have drank.
So they were pretty above board with moving the alcohol. It wasn't like something like with Prohibition where they were using a ton to move it or anything.
This is gonna be like white lightning.
You're not gonna even, it's not gonna even burn.
What?
It's not even burn. Hi guys!
Oh, it actually smells good.
If you're 21, come back and join us.
Okay.
Oh, that is not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It tastes like a wine, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a strong wine.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Running some errands.
That's good.
That is. It's like a wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original pour.
He would drink this when he would visit the old Southern Club, which is this.
This building.
This building.
This building was the original Southern Club.
We learned that on our ghost tour last night.
1961, this is what the federal government did to the machines upstairs.
I see.
Yes.
Oh my
We
gosh.
just did the
The mobster museum.
The mob. famous actress was here.
Do we know her name? She doesn't
I can't
look
remember her
familiar.
name. This is what the Southern Club upstairs would have looked like in 1950s, 1940s.
Oh, look at how packed it is. And they were playing table games and
Yep.
stuff like poker,
Poker,
blackjack.
blackjack, all that. Number 2 is apple pie. This is
Yeah.
you're gonna get the taste of that. Look at apple pie. Cinnamon, the apple.
I love apple
Oh,
pie.
you have. Oh, no.
And you're even gonna taste a little bit of the crust on this one.
Oh,
Sorry.
he's a heavy pourer. All right, ready, ladies? Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
Natalie's like, I'll take it. Thank you, Lord.
We said it looked like a communion glass, so you know we're just.
Oh, that was harsh.
Yeah.
A little bit harsher, a little bit.
Ooh, lemonade.
Lemonade. This one's actually really nice when you clean the palate. Tastes like a lemon drop.
Oh, I do like
Ooh, all right. Got a bigger glass? No.
Made from original pour, sour than sweet, homemade lemonade. All right.
Let's get down to hot sauce.
Cheers.
Lemonade.
I think I like that one better than the apple pie.
Yeah, totally. But I think I like the original.
Yeah,
the best of all.
I like the original so far.
Strawberry.
You know what's so funny is I have, as much as I love strawberries, I can grow them, but I don't like strawberry stuff. Like
Usually it's a syrup.
maybe
Aw, see, he gave you a half pour this time.
he did real good.
Well, that's because you only.
What is your name?
Jim.
Jim. We like you.
Thank you, Jim.
To Jim.
To
Jim.
I should go there soon, Jim.
Right? So many different.
That one was
The
good.
G one, maybe not the J one, but we already came to you, so. Ooh, blackberry.
Very excited for this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Blackberry.
We told
Maybe
you
we
we already
better give
came
her a
for
half.
the
Yeah, I already have like a couple of nice.
IPAs we were drinking. So
Yes.
I was like,
Do you have any Merlot? Like blackberry Merlot?
No, I don't have any of that here.
That was my favorite.
This is like. So, are you part of the 3 different wineries?
Two other wineries. This is
Okay, yeah, 2 others. This is the 3rd.
This is the third.
Yes, because I talked to one of the gals on the phone,
Okay.
and she was like, "We have 3, and we all offer different things.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to hit the other 2 today."
Okay, ready?
Okay.
bottoms up.
Yep. Bottoms up. Welcome.
Oh, wait, that one's different.
What was that again?
Blackberry.
To me, it tastes like medicine.
Cough syrup.
The blackberry tastes almost fake. Doesn't taste. But it does have like a fresh though. It's kind of weird.
It's a freshie.
I keep pouring so much to you.
Ooh, watermelon.
This
Yeah.
way.
She
This way.
didn't. She only had like a 4-ounce glass.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
she had like the
12
tiny.
ounce
We had
glass.
2. Yeah, we had 2 big ones.
I'm going to pass on the watermelon simply because that's not my favorite flavor, but I loved all the other ones. We'll keep
Really?
going.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mom.
That is so funny because I am like a candy watermelon girl.
Oh no.
This
Water-
is like Jolly Rancher.
That's.
See, Mom, I could have had yours.
See?
Damn it. See, Amy's over here being nice.
Yeah. I mean, with a liquor aftertaste, but yes. Oh, banana pudding. I'm gonna try
See,
this
that
one
tastes
because
like medicine to me.
I'm gonna be like, wait, okay, Dad, this is for you, banana pudding.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, because
I was going to say, when you seen a ghost,
See,
you're
I'm not
talking
sure how I'm
about
gonna feel about the banana.
I don't know either. Give me a.
A Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
Just smell it.
That's not my favorite.
Look how thick it is.
Oh yeah, so I'm not a big banana. So. Oh,
Just squirt on the nose.
Cheers.
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 Yes.
Bottle
Shalom or something.
I'll spill.
That was.
It is very banana-y.
Yeah. You don't even smell it.
I like the
Yeah.
banana, but I have a little aftertaste.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
You used to always bring the moonshine. Did you used to bring
Mom
moonshine?
always brought the moonshine. That was
Ooh,
Mom's jam.
me?
Oh, peach. See, now this is.
Yeah.
So, are you.
Huh?
Wear your elbow. Because for the camera.
Oh, I forgot.
What?
I'm
so,
thinking, I can't.
All of these, so it's made with the original board. Then is it a liqueur that you guys are doing it with?
Yeah, all we're doing is adding the natural flavors. Yes, pour
This is peach.
this is peach. This is actually my favorite one.
I was gonna say this should be the best one.
Yes, it's the one
And so
I'm
how,
excited.
you said how much alcohol was in it?
19 to 21%.
But we're only taking communion.
But you went to the Ohio.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we did have drinks at the Ohio first. Didn't
See,
we?
I just had a glass of wine at the Ohio. And I had 3 ounces. See, I pace myself. I know where to hit it.
Peach is good.
Yeah. I mean, you
That's
still have
very
that.
good.
That's why you got purple.
Yeah, you still have a little aftertaste, but
thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking. I was like, "Oh, is it like a liqueur that you guys add, but it's just
No,
natural
natural
flavor?"
flavorings. There you go, guys.
And more flavors to come soon.
That's really good.
Thank you.
6 bottles, any choice, for $100.